Pokemaniacs. I'm Blazing Charlo, TCG. I'm not much into the cards right now, like I normally am, but I am into the games and the franchise. So I'm going to talk about something that I love even more than little pieces of paper: the Pokemon franchise. Now, first of all, I decided I was going to give you a bit of a like uh thing on myself about what I think of the franchise and the games first before I go into any more content. So first, I decided I'll do my top 7 favorite Pokemon generations. Let's get started. Sitting at the bottom of the list is Generation 7. Now, the majority of people really like these games, but I will admit I am the strange one on this. There are main things that I don't like about this that I look in every other Pokemon game out there: the nostalgic factor, how memorable the game is, how memorable the characters are, and least of all, the gameplay. And none of these add up, or really, these two games do not add any of those into my list. So that's why it's at the bottom. The number coming in at the number 6 spot, we've got Generation 5. Now, I know a lot of people hate on these games, and I do too. I'm kind of a bit on the average on them, but the storyline is a bit blah, and your rival Hugh and the second sequels are just really not too special to me. At first I thought it was good, but as I gotten older and played more games, I kind of realized that there are better games out there in the Pokemon franchise, so that's why I realized that this is at the number 6 spot. Alright, hold on a sec. So number 5 is Generation 3. Now, Hoenn is a beautiful region. I am just saying that. The remarkable landscapes, especially in Norez, is just something that appeals to me. But the thing I don't like about it is, it's just really not that memorable to me. It's just okay. The starters aren't really too appealing to me, except for Sceptile and Swampert, but that's about it. And the game is just not very complex in my opinion. So that's why it's at the number 5 spot. Crap. Number 4 is Generation 6. Now, Generation 6 is my first game I've played through completely on my own. And let me say, the new mechanic of Mega Evolution was amazing. I love the fact that they made Charizard, Mega Charizard X and Y. But, the game was pretty good overall. It was definitely a new advancement in the graphics compared to the older DS titles. But it's really not too bad of a game. But it's still not my favorite, though. And that's why it's at the number 4 spot. Number 3, the game that started it all, Gen 1. Now, don't call me a Gen 1er, because it was good for the first time in the franchise, but I'm still not a Gen 1er, but I will admit, they do have some of my favorite Pokemon in that generation, such as Charizard and Blastoise and Gyarados. But, the storyline wasn't bad for the first time, and it's definitely pretty memorable to me. So that's why it's number 3. Number 2, we've got Gen 4. Now, I just finished Gen 4 about a week ago and beat Cynthia, so I really have not had much experience with this game, but it is very remarkable in a lot of ways. I love the starters, except for Chimchar. I love the storyline. I love the 3 legendaries. It's just an amazing game, very memorable, and with the hardest champion ever home to it, that just makes it even better, in my opinion. That's why it's at the number 2 spot. Number 1, probably the most beloved Pokemon game of all, Generation 2. Now, call me a Joe Toddler if you want, because I clearly am. But, these games give me the nostalgia factor. Soul Silver was my first Pokemon game I've ever played in my entire life. And I got it used, it was saved at the Elite Four, so I had no experience. I had no idea what super effective moves are and what crits are. and I really didn't know anything about it. But when I finally beat Lance that day, I was going on a Disney cruise to Alaska. That was definitely a great moment for me. I felt so accomplished. But now I just finish out Lance like in 2 seconds. But this game is just, yeah, the nostalgia is amazing in this game. It's just don't forget about the music and the epic battle top Mount Silver, and also the post game, one of the better post games out there, in my opinion, probably to a lot of people's opinions. But whoever came up with fighting against Red is a genius at the end of the game. I'm just saying, whoever came up with that, you're a genius. So that's why it's at the number 1 spot. So Bladen Schother, TTG signing out. Like and subscribe for more. I will smell you guys later.